Hello everyone, welcome to my series Hero's Journey analysis of the movie The Last Samurai, directed by Edward Zwick and starring Tom Cruise. Please sit back and enjoy, and thank you for tuning in.
Welcome to the epic tale of honor, redemption, and the clash of cultures in The Last Samurai. Journey with us into feudal Japan, where one man's quest for redemption transforms into a sweeping saga of bravery, sacrifice, and the enduring power of the human spirit. Get ready to embark on an unforgettable cinematic adventure, where the legacy of the samurai unfolds amidst the tumultuous backdrop of the Meiji Restoration. Are you ready to witness the legend of The Last Samurai come to life on screen? The Last Samurai follows the classic hero's journey structure, drawing heavily on themes of redemption, cultural clash, and personal transformation. Here's an outline of the hero's journey. Background for the movie. 1. The ordinary world. Captain Nathan Algren, a disillusioned former Civil War soldier turned alcoholic, is haunted by his past atrocities against Native Americans. He now lives a despondent life, haunted by nightmares and disillusionment. 2. The call to adventure. Algren is hired by the Japanese government to train their soldiers in modern warfare to suppress a rebellion against the Emperor Meiji. Reluctantly, he accepts the offer, seeing it as a chance for redemption and a way to escape his troubled past. 3. Refusal of the call. Algren initially refuses to embrace his role, feeling morally conflicted about training soldiers to suppress another culture's rebellion. However, financial desperation and a sense of duty eventually compel him to accept the mission. 4. Meeting the mentor. In Japan, Algren encounters Katsumoto, a samurai leader fighting against the encroachment of Western influence. Through his interactions with Katsumoto, Algren begins to gain insight into the samurai's code of honor and finds himself drawn to their way of life. 5. Crossing the threshold. Algren becomes a captive of the samurai after a battle. Immersed in their culture, he starts to learn their language, customs, and martial arts, symbolizing his transition into a new world. 6. Tests. Allies. Enemies. Algren faces numerous challenges as he struggles to adapt to the samurai way of life. He forms bonds with his captors, earns their respect through his resilience and willingness to learn, and gains enemies among those who seek to maintain Japan's westernization. 7. Approach to the inmost cave. Algren confronts his inner demons and begins to question his loyalty to his own culture and the emperor's cause. He starts to see the samurai as honorable warriors fighting for a just cause, rather than rebels to be suppressed. 8. Ordeal. Algren participates in battles alongside the samurai, realizing that his true allegiance lies with them rather than the oppressive government he was hired to serve. He faces physical and moral challenges that test his resolve and force him to confront his past. 9. Reward. Through his journey with the samurai, Algren finds redemption and a sense of purpose that he had been lacking since the war. He embraces the samurai way of life and finds solace in their honor and camaraderie. 10. The road back. As the conflict escalates, Algren must decide where his loyalties truly lie and take action to protect the samurai and their way of life, even if it means betraying the government that hired him. 11. Resurrection. In a climactic battle, Algren leads the samurai against the forces of the modernized Japanese army, fighting with honor and bravery to defend their way of life. 12. Return with the Elixir. Though many of his comrades fall in battle, Algren survives and emerges as a changed man. He returns to America with a newfound respect for the samurai and their culture, carrying their teachings with him as he seeks to live a life of honor and redemption. This hero's journey structure helps to illustrate the transformation of Captain Nathan Algren from a broken, disillusioned man to a noble warrior who finds purpose and redemption through his journey with the samurai. I will break this video down into 6 sections, breaking this entire movie down for you and doing my best to explain to you as to how all great movies follow a hero's journey. Chart. Section 1. Understanding the hero's journey. Section 2. The historical and cultural context of The Last Samurai. Section 3. Character Analysis. Captain Nathan Algren Section 4. Supporting Characters and Theme Section 5. The Cinematic Language of The Last Samurai Section 6. Critical Reception Section 1. Understanding the Hero's Journey. The Hero's Journey, an archetypal narrative structure. Joseph Campbell, an American mythologist, introduced the concept of the hero's journey in his seminal work, The Hero with a Thousand Faces, 1949. Campbell identified a recurring pattern in myths, legends, and religious stories from cultures around the world. He argued that these narratives followed a universal structure, which he termed the monomyth, or the hero's journey. Key stages of the hero's journey. The hero's journey typically consists of several key stages. 1. The call to adventure. The hero receives a call to action, prompting them to leave their ordinary world and embark on a quest or journey. 2. Refusal of the call. Initially, the hero may be reluctant to accept the call, often due to fear, doubt, or a sense of obligation to their current life. 3. Meeting the mentor. The hero encounters a mentor figure who provides guidance, wisdom, and assistance on their journey. 4. Crossing the threshold. The hero leaves their familiar world behind and enters a new, unknown realm filled with challenges and opportunities for growth. 5. Tests, allies, and enemies. Along the way, the hero faces trials, meets allies who aid them on their journey, and confronts adversaries who seek to hinder their progress. 6. Approach to the inmost cave. The hero approaches a central challenge or ordeal, symbolizing their deepest fears or inner conflict. 7. Ordeal. The hero undergoes a significant trial or battle, facing their greatest fears and ultimately experiencing death and rebirth in some form. 8. Reward. After overcoming the ordeal, the hero receives a reward or revelation that transforms them in some way, often leading to personal growth or enlightenment. 9. The road back. The hero begins the journey back to their ordinary world, facing new challenges and obstacles along the way. 10. Resurrection. The hero faces one final, climactic challenge that tests their newfound abilities and resolve. 11. Return with the Elixir. The hero returns to their ordinary world, bringing with them the knowledge, wisdom, or treasure they have gained on their journey, which they use to benefit themselves or others. Examples of the hero's journey in literature and film. Numerous examples of the hero's journey can be found in literature, mythology, and film. For instance, in Homer's The Odyssey, Odysseus embarks on a perilous journey home after the Trojan War, facing numerous trials and challenges along the way. Similarly, in J.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, Frodo Baggins undertakes a quest to destroy the One Ring, encountering allies, enemies, and personal trials that shape his character and destiny. In film, George Lucas's Star Wars saga is a prominent example of the hero's journey, with Luke Skywalker embarking on a quest to become a Jedi Knight and confront the evil Empire. Additionally, Disney's The Lion King follows a similar narrative structure, with Simba's journey of self-discovery and redemption echoing the stages of the hero's journey. The hero's journey is a powerful narrative framework that resonates with audiences across cultures and time periods. By understanding its key stages and archetypal motifs, we can gain insight into the universal themes and human experiences that lie at the heart of storytelling. The Last Samurai, with its portrayal of Captain Nathan Algren's journey of redemption and transformation, exemplifies the enduring relevance and timeless appeal of the hero's journey archetype in modern cinema. Section 2. The historical and cultural context of The Last Samurai. The Meiji Restoration, a turning point in Japanese history. The Last Samurai is set during the Meiji Restoration, a period of profound political, social, and cultural change in Japan. Beginning in 1868, the Meiji Restoration marked the end of centuries of feudal rule and the establishment of a modern, centralized government under Emperor Meiji. The Restoration sought to modernize Japan and strengthen it against Western imperialism, which had become increasingly dominant in Asia. Clash of cultures. Tradition vs. modernization. At the heart of the Meiji Restoration was a clash between tradition and modernization. The samurai, who had served as Japan's warrior class for centuries, found themselves marginalized as Japan embraced Western-style institutions, technology, and military tactics. The samurai's code of honor, known as Bushido, emphasized loyalty, self-discipline, and martial prowess, but it was ill-suited to the rapidly changing world of the Meiji era. The decline of the samurai class. As Japan modernized, the samurai class faced existential threats to their way of life. The government disbanded samurai armies, confiscated their lands, and abolished their privileges, leaving many samurai impoverished and disaffected. Some samurai resisted these changes, clinging to their traditional values and resenting the encroachment of Western influence on Japanese society. The Boshin War and the Satsuma Rebellion. Boshin War 1868-1869 was a civil conflict between forces loyal to the Emperor Meiji and supporters of the Tokugawa shogunate, Japan's traditional ruling authority. The war culminated in the defeat of the shogunate and the consolidation of power under Emperor Meiji, marking the official beginning of the Meiji era. However, tensions persisted, leading to the Satsuma Rebellion 1877, a failed uprising led by samurai discontented with the government's policies. Westernization and imperialism. Meiji Restoration was also driven by Japan's desire to modernize and resist Western imperialism. Japan witnessed the rapid industrialization, adoption of Western technology, and expansion of its military capabilities. However, this modernization came at a cost, as Japan sought to assert its dominance in Asia and compete with Western powers for colonial influence. Cultural appropriation and identity. In The Last Samurai, the character of Nathan Algren represents the clash between Western imperialism and Japanese tradition. As an American military advisor hired to train Japanese soldiers in modern warfare, Algren embodies the cultural appropriation and exploitation that characterized the Meiji era. His journey of redemption and eventual alliance with the samurai reflects a broader narrative of reconciliation and cultural identity in the face of colonialism and globalization. The Last Samurai offers a cinematic portrayal of the Meiji Restoration and its impact on Japanese society. By exploring the clash between tradition and modernization, the film raises questions about cultural identity, imperialism, and the human cost of progress. Against the backdrop of historical events, the character's struggles for honor, redemption, and survival take on deeper significance, highlighting the enduring relevance of the Meiji era in shaping Japan's national identity and cultural legacy. Section 3. Character Analysis of Captain Nathan Algren. Reduction to Captain Nathan Algren. Captain Nathan Algren serves as the central protagonist of The Last Samurai. A former Union Army officer haunted by his experiences in the American Civil War and subsequent campaigns against Native Americans, Algren is introduced as a disillusioned and embittered alcoholic. His journey throughout the film serves as a vehicle for exploring themes of redemption, cultural identity, and the moral complexities of warfare. The Call to Adventure. A reluctant hero. Algren's journey begins with the call to adventure when he is recruited by the Japanese government to train their soldiers in modern warfare. Initially reluctant to accept the offer due to his disillusionment with war and violence, Algren ultimately agrees, driven by financial desperation and a sense of duty. Refusal of the call. Inner conflict and doubt. Despite accepting the mission, Algren grapples with inner conflict and doubt about his role in training soldiers to suppress a rebellion against the Emperor Meiji. His refusal to fully embrace his duty reflects his moral ambiguity and reluctance to become complicit in violence and oppression. Meeting the mentor, Katsumoto, and the way of the samurai. Japan. Algren encounters Katsumoto, a respected samurai leader who becomes his mentor figure. Through his interactions with Katsumoto and the samurai, Algren begins to gain insight into their code of honor, Bushido, and finds himself drawn to their way of life. Katsumoto's wisdom and integrity inspire Algren to question his own beliefs and values. Crossing the threshold, immersion in samurai culture captured by the samurai after a battle. Algren is immersed in their culture, language, and traditions. As he learns the ways of the samurai and develops bonds with his captors, Algren undergoes a profound transformation, symbolized by his adoption of their attire and martial practices. Tests, allies, and enemies. The path to redemption through his journey. Algren faces numerous tests of character and loyalty. He forms alliances with the samurai, earning their respect through his resilience, humility, and willingness to learn. However, he also encounters enemies among those who seek to maintain Japan's westernization and suppress the samurai rebellion. Approach to the inmost cave. Confronting inner demons, Algren becomes more deeply involved in the samurai cause. He confronts his inner demons and begins to question his allegiance to the Japanese government and the emperor's cause. His growing admiration for the samurai and their commitment to honor and justice challenges his previous loyalties and beliefs. Ordeal, battle and transformation. In a climactic battle against the forces of the modernized Japanese army, Algren faces his ultimate ordeal. Fueled by a sense of duty, honor, and camaraderie with the samurai, he fights with bravery and self-sacrifice, ultimately undergoing a symbolic death and rebirth as he embraces his new identity as a warrior of the samurai. Reward, redemption, and renewal. Throughout his journey with the samurai, Algren finds redemption and a sense of purpose that he had been lacking since the war. His experiences with the samurai and his role in their struggle against oppression lead to personal growth and spiritual renewal, allowing him to transcend his past traumas and find a new sense of belonging and honor. And that is the hero's journey of Captain Nathan Algren. Captain Nathan Algren's journey in The Last Samurai follows the classic hero's journey structure as he undergoes a transformative process of self-discovery, redemption, and renewal. Through his experiences with the samurai, Algren learns the true meaning of honor, loyalty, and sacrifice, ultimately finding a sense of purpose and belonging that transcends his troubled past. His journey serves as a powerful exploration of the human capacity for growth and transformation in the face of adversity, making him a compelling and memorable protagonist in the annals of cinematic storytelling. This is the end of part 1 of the analysis. Please find part 2 in the description.
Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Your time and attention mean the world to me. I hope you found it both enjoyable and informative. If you did, please show your support by liking this video, leaving a comment below, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to my channel. Your engagement helps me create more content that you love and learn from. Once again, thank you for being part of this hero's journey. I'll see you on the next one.